All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 2024 North Shore School District Virtual College and Career Fair. My name is Joe Baca. I work for King County in the Business Development Contract Compliance section. As the name implies, we manage and enforce a variety of contracts. I'm pleased to see that you're here for the opening night of the Career Fair, and I'm thanking you for the opportunity to speak with you tonight. Entering work life after completion of your studies is a major responsibility in whatever career you choose. As students entering the workforce, you need to make yourselves attractive to employers, which includes career readiness. What can you offer an employer? Can you fulfill your potential? Tonight, I'm going to show you a pathway to a career through apprenticeship in the construction industry. It's alternative to college, but many of these programs do provide credit towards an associate degree or Bachelor of Applied Science. So what we're going to talk about is crafting futures, apprentices unveiled, and the future is really in your hands. So what is an apprenticeship? Registered apprenticeships are apprentice programs in Washington State that have been around for 75 years, longer in other places. An apprenticeship program usually takes anywhere from 1 to 5 years, or excuse me, 1 to 4 years, depending on what program you select. They're a mixture of class training and on-the-job training. This is a process where you take the skills that you're learning in school and apply them on a project while you're working for an employer. It opened doors to accredited construction opportunities. I'll show you in a later slide. Opportunities within the contractor or within the career that you're in. It has practical career training with transferable skills. These are skills that you'll take with you. They can never be taken away from you. You can work on your own home. You can work on your parents' home. You can work and you can start your own business doing this career. There's a lot of opportunities, so they are transferable for yourself. And you earn money while you learn the trade. This is a process where you are working for an employer. The skills that you learn in the classroom are applied on the job site with the mentorship with other journey workers and the employer. What are the values of apprenticeship? A paycheck from day one with regularly scheduled wage increases. When you're in an apprenticeship program and you complete a block of training, you move from one level to the next. So every roughly 6 months, and I'll use that term lightly because some are every 4 months, some are every 8 months, but the majority of them are every 6 months. So when you complete that training, you have the skills and the work hours, you go to the next level, which is definitely a wage increase. Skill opportunities you can build on. There's a variety of information in these training programs that you can learn. For instance, if you're doing work as an iron worker, they will teach you how to weld. They teach you how to operate machinery. Operating engineers, same thing. You're just not operating a backhoe. You're operating a variety of cranes, hoists, some of these overhead tower cranes that you see out there on the job sites in downtown Seattle, those overhead cranes. Those are operating engineers sitting in there making about $90 an hour. There's diverse job opportunities. So as I mentioned in there, there's opportunities within each craft that you can expand on. They are family wage careers. They are family wage paychecks. That's important. This gives you an opportunity to buy the things that you do that you need. They're careers that you can pay for your home. You can pay for your car. You can pay for your kids' education. There's plenty of money to go around if you manage it correctly. Hands-on career training and a wide selection of programs. Again, it's hands-on in the classroom and it's hands-on out on the job site. You do have a variety of time that you're going to spend some classroom time, depending on the program. It could be 1 week training 4 times a year, 1 week of training 6 times a year. It just depends, I guess, on the program. But for the most part, a lot of them are 4 times a year or more. The opportunities have potential college credits. As I mentioned, they can be applied to AA or BA. There's structured training with periodic classroom time. This is the classroom time that you're going to have where you might spend 3 days learning out of a book. learning math skills, learning all of those things that you need to apply to your job. And then you get to go out into the shop there at the training center and apply those skills that you're learning in the book. Benefits of acquiring new skills include increased compensation, increased job opportunities, increased job mobility. This gives you an opportunity when you're on a job site to learn different facets of the trade that you're in. It increases your knowledge. It makes you more valuable to the employer the more that you know and the faster that you learn in your trade. Some of the characteristics of an apprentice, this characteristics of a lot of jobs, is problem-solving skills, interacting with team members. They're your partners. You're training them, they're training you. You need to work off of each other, and you're building things as a team. You're putting things together that you can look back at 10 years from now and tell your mom or your dad or your sister, or your brother, or your kids that you built that building, that you worked in there. So it's really good to work as a team member so that you can build these things together. Commitment to learning and growing in your trade. There's always opportunities to learn. There's never a dull moment on these jobs. You're going to learn something new each and every day in this process. And the more you learn, the more valuable you are. Demonstrating dependability and leadership growth. That's important. Contractors love nothing more than to have a leader within their group, within their team, somebody that is dependable, that is showing up for work every day, 5 days a week, staying there the full 8 hours, not being expected to be employed 2 days a week, five hours a day. Employers are not in the construction trade. They usually don't care too much for that. Excuse me. There's also the ability to work in challenging weather environments. So whether you're working up here or whether you're working in Phoenix, Arizona, you're going to have a big temperature swing, and you're going to have to work in those environments that it creates. You got to have that ability to withstand some of the cold and the heat and the rain. Punctuality and preparedness for daily challenges. That's very important. You want to be able to be on time. You want to be ready for whatever comes at you, because construction can change in an hour. And so you want to be ready for those challenges. And you want to be adaptable to the changing project conditions. Half of the time you might be doing one thing, and they might pull you off and have you do another. Those are things that you're going to learn in school and learn in the classroom environment, but they can change from 1 week to the next, or they can change from one day to the next. So just be adaptable. I think that'll help in a lot of things that you do. So these are some of the occupations that are out there. They're not all of them, but the top 10 are registered apprentices. This is where we see a lot of folks go into: electricians, carpenters, plumbers, iron workers, painters, sprinkler fitters. You know, if you walk around your office building or your school and you look up, you'll see sprinkler fitters in there. You'll see those are required in a lot of buildings. So some of the variety in a sprinkler fitter is installing those pipes that are above the ceiling that you don't see to hold pressurized water. Excuse me. Some of the other ones are the piping that comes in from outside. So there's folks that are specialized in that they put the pipe in, they put the riser in. You usually see them running up the stairways, and then from there they branch out to each floor or in each location. Iron workers, they do a lot of welding, they do a lot of structural steel, iron work. They operate equipment, machinery, mostly forklifts on projects. They like to do their own work with the machinery. Operating engineers, that's not on here, but it's a craft that is in demand. These are folks that are operating overhead tower cranes that you see downtown Seattle, or they're operating a backhoe, or they're operating the steamroller. Some of these construction projects that you see on the freeways and the highways, and some of the disruptions that you see on the regular roads, you're going to have operating engineers running all those equipment. Plumbers and pipe fitters, same thing. There's just a variety of things So that you do as a plumber. So they're in the calendar year of 2022, there were 21,252 registered apprentices in Washington state. 30% of those registered apprentices are people of color. 12.7% of them are women. Love to see women in the trade. A lot of women are very interested in construction, and they're telling you they're very competitive too. They know their craft. They did the same thing that I'm telling you here tonight, is they've gone through an apprenticeship program. I've seen a lot of journey women out there that are just running work. A lot of them are four women. They're lead people. They have advanced in their craft, and it's important for them, to be the best. It's important for everybody to be the best in their craft. There's 4,500 participants involved as employer contributors. They're training agents is what they're called. Contractors register with the state as a training agent. They are paying for these apprenticeship programs. Doesn't cost you anything. You're going in fact, you're getting paid to be an apprentice. You're going in, you're learning the craft, you're going out on the job site, and you're getting paid a certain dollar an hour, depending on the craft. And you don't have to pay into this program. There's no tuition at all. Some of the requirements: high school diploma or GED. You have to be 18 years old. The asterisk there is if you're 17 years old and you graduate or you have a GED, they'll take you into these apprenticeship programs. They won't take you any earlier than 17, but as long as you have those two requirements, one of the two requirements, you're good to go. The selection is by a joint apprenticeship training committee. The selection could be by an employer. The employer, if they want to sponsor you into the program, they can. All they have to do is connect with the apprenticeship program that you're interested in. If the employer is going to put you to work, that's the guarantee, is the employer has to put you to work in order for the apprenticeship program to say this will work. This individual is welcome to come into the apprenticeship program, providing they meet all the requirements. Programs range from 1 to 4 years. Some are longer, some are less. If you look into the training program on LNI's website, there's other opportunities besides construction. Here's some of the career path possibilities. Some of these folks that are engineers or construction managers can make at least $150,000 a year or more. So when you're in the construction industry and you are advancing your career, whether you take additional college credits or anything like that as an engineer or construction manager, some even elevating up to an architect, you can make at least this much money or more. Superintendents, estimators, project managers, these are folks that are watching and superintendents will take care of the job as a whole. Estimators, they put the time and effort into figuring out how long it's going to take to do a job and put a price on that project. The project manager is usually managing several projects, not just the one, but several projects. Average anywhere from 90 to 125 a year or more. And I put these numbers up there very, very conservatively. A lot of them are higher. A lot of them are skill set in demand. If you have a lot more skills and ability, you can earn more than what I'm showing here. Company foreman can earn about $70,000 to $90,000 a year. A lot of them can earn more if they're real efficient foremen out and they can get the job done on time and make the contractor money. They're going to probably demand more money than what I'm showing here. Journey level trades folks, they can make anywhere from 45 to 70 a year, depending on the craft. That's just an average. Again, it's conservative. You can probably make more if you're in one of the licensed trades, such as sheet metal, electricians, or plumbers, pipe fitters. And apprenticeship entry level is 22 to 35 bucks an hour. So that's just walking in the door, getting your first job, depending on which craft you're in. That could be the dollars that you're making. They're actually higher than that because you get benefits on top of that: health and welfare, a start of a pension, and of course those carry with you once you're vested. Reasons for apprenticeship. We have a lot of contractors out there facing workforce shortages. We have a lot of retirees out there, not enough folks coming into the workforce. So we need to attract a variety of talent out there. We need a lot more folks coming into the industry. There has been a very strong push on getting women in the industry, and they're taking that, they're taking it and running with it. We saw a big jump in women apprentices because they know what this job pays, and it's a family wage job, and we're taking apprentices left and right. It closes the gaps in worker skills and credentials. So as you're an apprentice getting this workforce training, the skills and credentials that you carry with you are going to go to the next job. When you go to the next job for another contractor, they're going to know who you are. You're probably going to go there with your partner. People know who you are. People will remember who you are. And if you've got those skills and credentials that you carry with you, they'll want to keep you employed. So we want to invest in talent so that we can keep pace with the industry standards. Industry standards have changed over the years. I've been in the trade long enough where I've seen it change dramatically. And so we want those folks to understand that this next level of training is going to advance your skills. These are things that you're going to take with you. These are things that's going to probably make you a better worker. So those are things that we have reasons to have these apprenticeship programs, and they are always updating. If there's a new technology out there, the chances are these instructors know what they are. We have 34 community technical colleges here in Washington, 29 community colleges, 5 of them are technical colleges, 18 of them are in that circle there in Puget Sound area. 22 of those 29 have apprenticeship programs, and 27 of those 29 have Bachelor of Applied Science. So you can take those credits with you. So what's next? Okay, there's several ways to apply. They have an apprenticeship preparation program that you can take. This is a pre-apprenticeship program. Excuse me. These pre-apprenticeship programs are tailored to get you into apprenticeship. So what they have is a variety of training. They have there's several programs out there that will have electrical, plumbing, drywall, carpentry, forklift driving, equipment operation. They'll have a variety in there, and you can take one of those classes. And these classes range anywhere from 6 to 12 weeks, just depending on which one you take. And the beauty of it is when you complete that program, you become eligible for direct entry into an apprenticeship program. So you don't have to walk into an apprenticeship program and be number 300 on the list. You can take one of these apprenticeship preparation programs and be moved to the front of the line once you complete the course. The beauty of this is so that you can get exposure to what construction is all about and what craft you're desiring to work under. So when you get to that point, you can decide whether you want to stay or not. If you're not wasting your time in an apprenticeship program that's 4 years long, you can decide, okay, there's a variety for me to take, and I may not like construction at all, and this gives you an opportunity to measure that. So I would recommend any apprenticeship preparation program first. Plus, it gets you into the door a little bit quicker on these programs. The second one is becoming an apprentice. These websites, apparently they don't work, but I'll put the link in the chat and after my presentation here. And so this is a process where if you want to become an apprentice, this link will get you there. It will tell you all the things that you're going to need, all the things pretty much I'm telling you tonight. And the third one is a valuable item. That's the apprenticeship guidebook. I'll put that link in the chat as well. That guidebook has all of the information that you need for all of the apprenticeship programs that are out there and all the pre-apprenticeship programs out there. It has all the contact information that you need. it gives you a little bit of variety of what you want to look through. And if there's something there that you like, you can contact them via email or phone call. And what you can do is just call them and ask them if you can have a tour of the program. They'd be happy to show you around what they do, why they do it, and you'll get hands-on experience of how to apply. So it's a good book it's got a lot of good resources in there. And this is the contact information for us. Myself, Joe Baca, Errol Gartrell is our apprenticeship coordinator for King County. Couldn't make it tonight, but what we would value on that last, I hope that link works. But if not, North Shore will have that link, but it's an evaluation of the program, and of all the programs, you can put your evaluation in there. So they encourage you to do so. So with that, besides running out of my voice, I left enough time to answer any questions. So I'm going to run to the chat and see if there's anybody there that has a question in the chat. Thank you, Maureen, for putting the information in the chat. So those are the links that I'm going to show you that page back again. Oops, there it is. So obviously these links don't work, but the ones in the chat do. So it gives you an opportunity to look for those. Is there any questions out there? Any comments?
We have a question. Is it easy to find a job after apprenticeships?
Let's see. Yes. Okay. Sorry, I was looking through the chat, see if I can see the question. Yeah, there's a variety of ways to find a job after apprenticeship. Typically, you're probably going to be already working as an apprentice, because in order to advance in your apprenticeship program, you have to have certain amount of work hours and school hours. They go hand in hand together. But if you're not working and you journey out and you're a journey worker, there's a variety of ways to find work through the resources, through the union, through resources through unemployment department. Yeah, there's a variety of ways that way. There's a variety of ways through folks that you know. There's a camaraderie that I might want to mention here, where you have folks that you have been going to school with, possibly even working with. The industry is so transient that you're not going to be on one construction site through the rest of your career for 40 years. I haven't seen a construction job last 40 years, but I've seen a lot of them last anywhere from 1 month to 5 years. So if you're working with somebody that moved to another job site, chances are you can hook up with them. It's a lot of networking. I would say 80% of it is networking with folks that folks that you worked with, and folks that you went to school with. Top of that, unions have a lot of requests out there for workers, and that's another good opportunity. Any other questions? Jim, I can't see any questions. I can see what's in the.
No, the last one was direct to me, so I just.
Oh, okay. All right.
Nothing else in the chat that I see, so okay. I think we're good.
All right. Well, I want to thank you all for your time. Appreciate you being here, and good luck out there. And if you have any questions down the road, anything in the links that would help you, or if you need to contact me, feel free to do so. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, everybody. And I'll see you on the next one, Joe, in a couple minutes. So
all right.
has it.
All right. Thanks, Jim. Appreciate it.